Hey everybody, it is July 18th, 2007. I am Sonic Suns. I'm doing a brief little thing about global warming. And specifically, the facts pertaining to global warming. Because I've heard a lot of people say a lot of various things about it. Some people say, obviously, the science is in, and there's consensus, and, you know, there's the main points. There's, the Earth is getting hotter. This is our fault. This is a bad thing. And we ought to do something about it, right? And I'm going to say all the scientists agree on that. And then you look at, I don't know, Fox News, and say, no, you know, you have some guy who says it's all a giant hoax, it's not going made, it's not a big problem, it's not attacking various parts of it. So I'm like, you know, why don't we look up what real scientists think en masse, you know, because with anything, I'm sure you can find one guy, even one scientist, who believes something completely contrary to the evidence. So, do you know who doesn't believe in global warming? I'm talking about major organizations here. The American Association of Petroleum Geologists. Do you know who's unsure about global warming? The American Association of State Climatologists. Do you know who believes in global warming? The Institution of Engineers Australia, the American Chemical Society, the Geological Society of America, the Stratigraphy Commission of the Geological Society of London, the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the Federal Climate Change Science Program 2006, the American Astronomical Society, the American Institute of Physics, the American Geophysical Union, the American Meteorological Society, the U.S. National Research Council 2001, the Joint Science Academy Statement in 2001, 2005, and 2007, and the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change in their report of 2007. There's 13 major. I mean, I got the American Meteorological Society on my side. Like, they tell this guy. I just saw this little video, right? This guy, Fox News, and they ask him, "Well, so you're a meteorologist, right?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "All right. So what do meteorologists think about this global warming thing?" And the guy's like, you know, it's grossly exaggerated." And then you can go, you know, don't take my word for this. Go check out all those things I just listed. You can go look up the American Meteorological Society opinion on it. Not just this one meteorologist, but the whole general group of them, as far as America goes anyway. And they believe the Earth is getting hotter, and it's our fault, and this is a bad thing. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which I'm sure some people just tune out at the moment because they hear the words climate change. They go, aha, I must be biased. But that relates to the whole bias thing that I was talking about earlier. Everyone who doesn't agree with me is biased. Okay, the IPCC, right, recently came out with this report, and they'll be coming out with more reports and expansions on that report as we go, right? And these guys have given it a pretty thorough look. I mean, if you look this up, let's see if I can get the exact statistics on this. These guys have over 2,000 scientific experts from 130 different countries. We have over 2,000 scientists from 130 different countries, all agreeing that global warming is a problem. I mean, you know, most of the observed increase in globally average temperature since the mid-20th century is very likely, confidence level greater than 90%, due to the observed increase in human greenhouse gas concentrations. There you go. The chances of this happening by natural things alone is 5% or lower. Yeah, you know, that's what the 2,000 scientists say. I'm trying to scroll through this one more. I mean, what do you guys want? People are always like, you know, you have to look at the evidence. Right. Let's look at the evidence. Let's ask some scientists who, granted, are fallible like the rest of us, but I imagine they know a little more about the science than you do. So I look at what the scientists say. I got 2,000 scientists agreeing on this. You know, I mean, anybody else? A statement from the American Association for the Advancement of Science. Quote, the conclusions in this statement reflect the scientific consensus represented by, for example, the Environmental and Climate Change and the Joint National Academies statement. So, the American Association for the Advancement of Science think that there's a scientific consensus. The U.S. National Academy of Science, in judgment of most climate scientists, Earth's warming in recent decades has been caused primarily by human activities that have increased the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So, the National Academy of Science for this, the American Meteorological Society. The nature of science is that there is rarely total agreement among scientists. Individual scientific statements of papers and the validity of some which has yet to be addressed adequately can be explored in the policy debate and can leave the impression that the scientific community is sharply divided on issues where there is, in reality, a strong scientific consensus. What more do you people want? Come on! I've got everything here! I have more than 2,000 scientists at the IPCC. I've got the U.S. National Academy of Science. I've got the American Meteorological Society, the American Association for the Advancement of Science. I have things that are not even in America. I have things in other countries. 130 different countries overall. There's a flipping consensus. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Go look it up. You know, see what the U.S. National Academy of Science actually thinks. What the Meteorological Society actually thinks. What the scientists, what the people who presumably know something about this actually think. There's your evidence. But some people are just blind, and they go, no, it's all propaganda. All the scientists in all the world are part of a giant conspiracy. I seriously doubt it. Because if they're this capable of forming into a conspiracy, we might as well conclude that the Earth is flat. I mean, how do you know? how do you know the Earth is round, right? Maybe it's all a conspiracy. All a giant fraud meant to trick you into buying globes. Global warming is very real, and there's plenty of science for it, and the only question now is what to do about it. Thanks for watching. See you later.